Hey, what's up, guys? It's Bye here. So we have the grand final at the corner. We are going to have 1v versus 06HS and 61HX, my alliance, versus 60GT. I finally gonna have a chance to face against 60GT team here, and I'm going to need your help. Okay, so what do I need your help at? You know that I do not own all of the commanders, right? So with the grand final, we have access to all of the commanders that are available right now that we can use. Any of the commander here, right? I have all of the legendary commander expertise here. This is the dream for all the free-to-play player, right? To have all the legendary commander expertise. So I have all the legendary commander expertise here, and all the epic commander as well, and all of the advanced commander, or whatever you call it, epic. What do we call the green commander against? I don't know, man. So we have all the commander here, right? And we are also given a set amount of troop here, right? 2 million T5 infantry, 2 million T5 cavalry, 2 million T5 archer, and 2 million T5 sieges. So we probably get around like 80 million power in the troop right there, right? So it's gonna be pretty hard to try and swarm any city in the grand final. So because I have access to all of the commanders, but I've never owned all of them, right? A lot of these commanders I do not have experience with. For example, I do not own Tidor. I do not have Ramsey. I do not have YSS. I do not have a Changupta. I have a William. I do not have Lubu. I do not have a Zenobia. I do not have a Cyrus the Great. A whole bunch of the commander here that I do not have, right? So when it comes to the grand final, we need to pick a set of like commander pairings that we can use. Especially, I think it's gonna be very, very important when it comes to the middle fight. How you can pick your commanders, it's gonna be very, very important. So I'm gonna show you guys what I think going to be my setup first, but I do need your help on suggesting me, like if you have experience, if you have some experience in some of these commanders. I am looking for some suggestion here on which commander pair that you think can work very, very well in a big murder ball fight. Can work very, very well in Ark of Osiris. So let me go ahead and show you guys my 5 marches setup that I think right now. So I have the first 5 marches that I think that I'm most likely going to go with, and the second. So let's go with right here. So the first one, this one is the 5 marches setup right now for me. I'm thinking of using Grand Alex, Saladin, William, Nubu and Cyrus the Great, XY and Nevsky, Hero and Pakal. Okay, so if you're looking at the first setup here, my 5 marches setup here, you can tell that I am going with a very, very fast setup, right? Grand Alex, we have a 50% march speed increase for infantry, so very, very fast infantry pair right here. Saladin and William, I am getting about like 20% or 25% cavalry march speed bonus. I can't remember exactly, but I can check right here. Saladin come with 5%, yeah, 5% march speed increase from Saladin, and I think it is 15% march speed increase from William, so that's 20%. 20% march speed increase for this pair right here. Pretty good support pair, I would say, right? Decent amount of skill damage. And next one we're going to get Nabu and Cyrus the Great. Okay, so like you might be wondering why I'm not using YSG, right? So for this setup, I'm going with a very, very fast setup here, so that I can get to the middle just in time. I am trying to go to the middle just in time. I'm not trying to get to the middle early. I'm trying to get to the middle just in time. I want to be able to refresh my marches quick enough and go to the middle with 4 marches, maybe 1 minute before the arc spawning. Maybe that is the plan. So if you're looking at the pair right here, we got Nabu with 15% march speed increase for archer, And Cyrus with also somewhere around 15%, right? Archer unit led by the commander gain 15% increase march speed here. So with this pair, I am getting that 30% march speed increase, decent amount of AoE skill damage. Cyrus is also doing pretty well with the also have a decent amount of AoE skill damage as well from hit third skill, and very fast, a good single DPS here, right? And also like the overall, right? Overall is a pretty good solid archer pair. Maybe not like a crazy amount of AoE skill damage, like maybe not like a crazy amount of AoE skill damage like YSG from Cyrus, but he bring more stats. He bring more stat increase here for Archer, right? So Archer brings that 30% increase attack, more AoE skill damage here, and what is this one here? 10% chance to deal additional damage over time for 3 seconds, right? So a lot of additional damage here. And also reduce the target skill damage as well, right? Which we can reduce the enemy DPS if we are attacking on the same target. And also come with the small, like 600 AoE skill damage here, which is pretty solid, right? Not too bad, not like crazy good, but decent amount of AoE skill damage and very fast, right? That is what I'm looking for. So Nobu and Cyrus is one of the archer pair I am thinking of. Next one, we're going to have XY and Nevsky. Okay, one of very good cavalry pair right now. So I was thinking of like using XY and William, but I think it might go down fast, and it doesn't have a lot of a damage reduction that can help me last long in that like murder ball. So I got a splitting up here. I'm putting Nevsky on with XY, and I'm putting William with William with Sadin. Right, Sadin also come with a lot of a skill damage reduction, which I think can work very well in the murder ball situation when you get hit by a lot of AoE skill damage. So XY and Nevsky, right? I think a lot of people gonna be using this pair. I think you gonna see a lot of them using this pair in the grand final. The last one, the fifth march for me is going to be Hero and Pakal. So I am using Hero Primary, right? I'm using Hero Primary to utilize on the skill talent tree, right? I don't want to use Pakal Primary because Pakal Primary is defense talent tree and you cannot cast your skill very fast in the murder ball, right? So I want to use Hero Primary. One of the reasons I want to use it pair is that also it's a very fast infantry, right? We are going to see a lot of like we see like a march speed increase here. I think a 15%, 10% march speed increase here for Hero, and I think it is about 15% march speed increase here from Pakal. So that gave a total of 25% march speed increase. Not a crazy amount of like AoE skill damage unless Pakal unless Hero get target. But hey, pretty decent tanky, right? Take a lot of a skill damage reduction, which can help you last longer. So this is the first setup that I am thinking of, right? Guan Alex, Sad and William, Nabu, Cyrus the Great, XY, Nevsky, and Hero and Pakal. So that is the first setup. For the second setup, so these two setups that I will definitely go test it out. Right. So second setup, I am using Guan Alex, same thing, right? Same reason. XY and Nevsky, same reason. Sad and William, same reason. But this time I'm bringing more AoE skill damage. So instead of bringing Cyrus the Great, I am using Nabu with YSG, right? As you can see here, YSG have that huge circular AoE skill damage, a lot of skill damage increase here, right? So this pair can work very well in the murder ball as well, but I don't know if it's going to work better than Nabu and Cyrus the Great. So that is something I definitely want to test out, doing some of the practice. And the fifth pair, I will be using another archer pair here, but I will be using Honda as a primary. So Honda primary, a lot of like big AoE skill damage, right? You know Honda have a lot of like huge AoE skill damage. It's just that he casting the skill a little slow. So I'm thinking of using Honda and Thomas for the debuff and the AoE skill damage, or I could use Honda and Leo as well. It could be another option, or Honda and Hero. Okay, I could use Honda and Hero, right? That could be another option here with infantry. So that could be another option, I think, right? So either Honda and Thomas, or Honda and Hero, right? Or Honda and Leo. But Leo is slow, right? So I might want to go with Honda and Hero, right? So this could be another option here. A lot more AoE skill damage. Here, right? So this one, if I want this one, I'm gonna be running infantry instead. Right? So Honda and Hero for infantry here. A lot of AoE skill damage, right? Very high amount of AoE skill damage here. So this setup here is a lot of AoE skill damage. Okay. So you might be wondering, like, why am I not using Trajan, right? So I do think of using Trajan. So I had to test something out as well. So here I have two other pair down here that I want to test out, which is a Manitor and Artemides. Like, I like a Manitor and Artemides on the field, like, when it comes to KvK fighting, but they are a little slow or too slow for Ark of Osiris. So I might not use them, right? But I do want to see how strong they are compared to. I want to test them out in some of the murder ball fight in the middle. So that is another option. I want to test it out. Manitor and Artemides. And I also want to test out Trajan and Hero. Maybe, right? So if you're looking at my setup right here, I already have a William that can bring the Rage engine in the murder ball situation here. So I don't know if I should be bringing Trajan with me as well. And I'm not a huge fan of Trajan because he's slow. And he doesn't have a very high DPS. And I don't think he's can work well in the big murder ball in the middle for Ark. I think some of these setup might be better, but again, so I still need to do some testing. So those are some of the ideas that I have right now for the grand final. But I also looking for a new idea as well, right? If you guys have any kind of a suggestion for me, by all means, like, leave it in the comment section below, and I will definitely give them a try, right? If I think they are viable, I will definitely give them a try. But for today's video, I just want to show you guys what I am thinking of right now on what I'll be using for the grand final, and possibly like looking for some more new idea here, so that I can test out in some of the practice, right? We have an option here to run some of the practice so that we can test out on some of the commander pair, which we'll be doing very soon. But yeah, I am super excited here for this match, like 61HX versus 60GT here. 60GT, they dropped a lot of power in the last KvK, but it will not affect them in the grand final because the grand final is, I would say, pretty balanced. I would say pretty balanced right now, except for that experience, right? 60GT and 1V, they definitely have a lot of experience with using some of the latest commanders compared to 06HS and 61HX here. We might lack the experience, and they also play together for a long time as well, so that is another thing for their advantages. But other than that, there is no equipment, there's no VIP level, so it's pretty much equalized, I think, right? So I think we have a good chance. And if you think of, like, if you want to take a risk at betting on our team, then by all means. But I would say I would say 60GT and 1V definitely have a higher chance of winning, 100%, right? Those teams, they've been playing together for a long time. The strategy is one thing, but it's also the team chemistry, right? How long you've been playing together, if you can understand each other or not, and if you can cover each other or not, right? So yeah, guys, thanks again for watching the video today, guys. Peace.